Hey everyone, it's Chris. Just want to show you a couple things I finished recently. I made this shawl. It's made out of cotton thread, and it was, sorry, just noticing a bunch of cars parked in front of my house. It was made out of 1,000 yards of Aunt Lydia's, I think it was number 10 cotton thread, and I actually ran short to do the last single crochet rows at the top, and there's 2 single crochet rows on the edges, and I ran short. But this is the shawl. I need to go stretch it out so the netting here stretches out, but it's very stretchy. It's 100% cotton mercerized thread, so I think it'd be nice to I don't know, sometimes I'm just so anxious to get something done that the thought of doing it again in another color is just like, but I know they say it goes faster the second time around, but it's just thinking that I would like to do it maybe in a red, or I was thinking about dyeing this one red, but it's quite large. I think I could do it again, maybe do it a little shorter. I mean, it went very quickly. I got it done in less than a week. And then I had a whole bunch of baby yarn that my mom picked up at a garage sale. And so I made some baby blankets, just a giant granny square. This one took a complete day of doing nothing but that. Turned out great. I had a whole bunch more yarn. I didn't want to sit there and have to do it another full day or two. So then I doubled up the thread and I made these. And this one has one. Now I have some of these where I didn't catch both loops. Has anybody ever had that? And how did you fix that? Because I can't just cut it. And the problem I'm running into is I made bunches of these, and I'm finding that happened, I think on this one, on this side, I can't see it as I'm holding it up, had a bunch, and then this one had quite a few. Clearly the yarn in the center of this one was not baby yarn, but it was mixed in the box with it, so I just used it. And this was my last one. And I was just trying to use up all that baby yarn. And can you see them from your angle? I don't know. Or now that they are not fresh out of the dryer, I might not be able to see them. But I have, here's a bunch. I have bunches of these. So I'm open to anybody's suggestions on how to fix these. They're not really long enough to cut and weave in and out, even out, or even not to cut them and just weave them in and out, in and out. I did find a couple on the blue blanket when I did it as I went, and I tied little scraps of yarn around them, and then I gave it a quick little weave in and out, hoping it would help. But what are your suggestions on fixing those? Apparently I went too fast doing the 2 yarns, and that's what caused it. It's kind of a bummer. And I did wash these. Now they look like they might be used, even though they're brand new, but the yarn was old. I mean, I got it at a garage sale. I didn't not want to wash it before I gave them away. I have 2 babies. I don't have 2 babies. I have 2 friends who have grandbabies coming this year. And so my goal was to make one for each of them, and then the rest of the goal was just to use up the yarn because I wanted it gone. I joined Dana Mernhardt's, the Wanderlust Crochet channel, her Scorched Earth Challenge last year to try to, go through some yarn. And one of those things was to go through, sorry, I'm watching all the Cummins going across the street at the college house, it was to go through some yarn, and my personal goal was to get rid of that baby yarn because I didn't know when I was going to use it. And I did still have probably enough yarn left to do one more Afghan, but luckily an older lady down the street knows I crochet and knows I have a bunch of yarn, said, "Oh, do you have some yarn?" And so I gave her that because I knew the thread. She wanted to make doilies. And I have a whole bunch of this thread too. And I figured it would be too small for her. And she said, yeah. So she took the rest of the other thread. So this is what I've completed. I really do like this. This was in a book. I'm taking you for a walk through my house. Trying to see if I can find my iPad. It was in a book I got off a Kindle. Let me get you the name. Kindle. That's partly the reason I don't want to redo it, is just because it is on Kindle. It's out of the book called Crochet, Wraps, and Shawls, 12 Patterns in Various Techniques. And this one was called the Sonata Shawl. Sonata shawl. And it has an intermediate skill level. Took me, I would say maybe a week of working on it at nights. Possibly. But I enjoyed it, but at the same time, the part I didn't enjoy was the netting. Just because it's so wishy-washy, I think. I don't know. You know what it is? I think I figured out when I was doing it, is I don't like using a solid color thread. I like the looks of it when it's done, but using a solid color thread is boring to me. Even though I changed the pattern, the stitching up throughout the way, I think it was a solid color thread. But when I do things in variegated colors, I don't like them as much. I mean, I like doing them. I don't get bored with them, but I don't think they look as nice and as elegant as something like this. Which I'm taking this off because I've been cleaning the house. But I just wanted to film this real quick and get your opinion. So please let me know how you would fix those loops, because I don't think they showed up in the picture how bad they were, but they were, there's a lot of them. And I do want to gift these out, and I do want them safe for the babies. So let me know how you would fix them. I'd appreciate that. That's what I've been up to. I have been painting, and I post my pictures and my paintings on Instagram. So if you want to see those, you can follow me on Instagram. I think it's the same name, KB1901KB. I don't think it has the Chris Bragg on it. It might have Chris Bragg, but it's should definitely be the KB1901KB, because it's pretty unique and not anybody else has that. So that is where I am. As you can see, there is sun outside right now. We did have flurries this morning, and thankfully we did not get much of the snow, but just west of us they've got over 1.5 to 2 feet of snow yesterday. So I'm happy that I didn't get it, even though I'm still working from home, so I don't have to drive in it, which is wonderful. But still, just the thought of having to go out there and shovel it, it's so cold. I don't even want to go out and get the mail. I don't even want to go out to feed the birds. I'm taking the lazy way out. See this circle right here? That's the bottom of a saucer for a planter that we put on a tall pole. So when I want to feed these birds, I don't even go fill up their tube. I just have a container full of birdseed inside here. I open up the window, slide the screen, and I shake it out there. It's so cold. I don't even want to go out there. I don't even go get the mail. It's so cold. Unless there's something in the USPS preview that looks really good that I want to go get, then I'll go get it. Otherwise, it just sits out there because I just don't want to go out. So, all right. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.